Now, speaking of, Donald Trump's decision to pick Kash Patel to head up the FBI likely has Prince Andrew trembling in fear. Now, this is because Patel has previously called for the Epstein and Diddy lists to be made public. And once he begins his new role, well, he very well may do that.
And things she says that are over the top, like,
the Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
I would definitely say so. They support children.
They are not. Why would you say that?
Democrats support, even Joe Biden, the president himself, supports children being circumcised and having transgender surgeries. Circumcising children is what pedophiles do to children.
Wow. Okay.
4 years of thinly veiled Marxism. And, now I think what we have is a 4-year grace period. But we have to work hard, all of them. And I don't know, the president's got a big job on his hands to turn this place around. A lot of damage was done. And they continue to start fires, just like around my house. But I'd like to thank what the general here is doing. He's no small part of this because the problem here is many faceted. And for he and his sister Mary for exposing all these wolves in sheep's clothing that prey upon our young. I mean, I got 9 kids. I don't know, if one of them got stolen or trafficked or something, I'd have to kill someone. So that we tolerate this as we do, well, we see people here we won't tolerate. And that should work. But look, I'm just happy to be here and accept this, very proud. And I hope in the next 4 years we can get back some of that precious commodity that this country has. That commodity called freedom, all right? So, and it's like, we'll see how much this administration can claw back from the Philistines. Okay, thank you very much.
But I've got to ask you, Kinsey, how worried would, Prince Andrew or anyone, for that matter, who was associated with these men be right now?
Well, we do have to wait to see if he's confirmed, but you're right. He said that he wanted to expose what he sees as corruption of the deep state and restore faith in federal agencies by allowing full disclosure with the public and the world. I imagine that there are some individuals that are shaking in their boots right now because even if, let's say we just get the flight logs of Jeffrey Epstein, sometimes when it comes to PR, it's guilt by association. So will some of these individuals like Prince Andrew be in a position to be prosecuted? Likely not. But in the fight for Royal Lodge, this is not something that he wants out there to continue to embarrass his family.
No, oh gosh, another embarrassment for the family. But, Donald Trump has said that he would release the files. So let's wait and see. I'm sure the world is waiting to see what could possibly be on those files if that's the case.
Okay, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
I hosted for Diddy. Kevin, come here. Can you go get some girls so we can be in the bedroom with some girls? Let's get some girls up here, please. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed.
You asking the wrong person the wrong question. That sound like your question.
Say pause. Don't acknowledge it. It has nothing to do with me and Puff. Nothing to do with me and Puff right now. Hold on.
Kevin Hart, like many, distancing himself from Diddy after the mogul's arrest and federal indictment.
Do you think he's safe in jail?
Wrong person.
The reason Kevin is getting questioned is because of this newly rediscovered footage of him hosting a Diddy hotel party back in 2010.
I'm not jumping the tub myself. Once everybody gets out, just me and the lady. What I do best?
Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera!
That is one bikini-clad woman's hair catching on fire in the hot tub. None of the celeb guests at this party have been accused of any wrongdoing.
That's my brother right here from day one.
The names that we're going to name are names that will shock you.
Today, the case against Diddy took an even more disturbing turn. For the first time, we're hearing allegations of assault involving minors.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15.
Today, I spoke with Texas attorney Tony Busby, who is representing 120 new accusers in upcoming lawsuits.
You mentioned that there will be cases filed by as many as 25 different minors right now. And specifically, you mentioned a 9-year-old boy. Tell us about what you know about that case.
The allegation is going to be that a 9-year-old child was assaulted, allegedly by Sean Combs and several others.
You're going to name names in these lawsuits. As of now, do you have celebrity names?
I do. I think people already are suspecting some of the names that you might see. I think some of them will be shocking, though. People that attended the parties, that watched some of this behavior occur and stood by and let it happen.
All of this as Diddy's legal team filed an appeal hoping to reverse the judge's decision to revoke bail.
Mr. Combs' lawyers responded to the allegations, and they said they can't answer every baseless lawsuit. What is your response to that?
I think that's right. But the good news for them is that when we file the lawsuit, we're going to make sure they know who the plaintiff is. We'll address it in due course.
Fair enough. So let's go over to Sean Diddy Combs. He's facing some new allegations from 3 more men. According to new civil lawsuits, the men say Diddy assaulted them between 2019 and 2022. So these are more recent claims. Diddy's attorney says the allegations are false. The men's attorney says he was contacted by more than 60 people, but only chose to file these 3 cases so far because he vetted them. I'm wondering if you think we could see more lawsuits of this kind.
Well, absolutely. We know a Houston attorney has said he plans to file over 100 lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs. He says hundreds of people have come to his office, have contacted his office about or sought allegations involving Sean Combs. One thing I think is important, Phil, many of these claims happened 10, 15, 20 years ago, like the case of Jay-Z. And we know, statistically, women in particular don't typically lie about being or assaulted. So I don't want to suggest that the accuser in Jay-Z's case is lying about her claim, but these claims can be very difficult, particularly when they happened so many years ago. Memories fade. Information about the claims becomes difficult to ascertain. But in the case of these 3 men that have just filed civil complaints against Sean Combs, these are allegations that are between 2019 and 2022. So they're more recent claims. And they have, again, some very specific allegations in their complaints. Obviously, this may lead to further criminal investigation by prosecutors. And we could see, if these claims are valid or prosecutors believe they are valid, we could see superseding indictments filed against Sean Combs based on these 3 allegations. But again, at this point, there are allegations. Nothing's been proven in a court of law, but they are very serious and could lead to additional felony charges.
Moving now to country star Morgan Wallen, pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges of reckless endangerment for throwing a chair off the roof of a bar.